I really wanted to have the artwork sort of homemade, very natural to the record exactly, and I wanted to be themed. I love beautiful artwork for records. It makes me want to buy it. It makes me feel like the artist is really into what they're doing. We approached Dave Howell. That is just, I have never seen as good artwork. They're just beautiful, and it's all very handmade or very, organic. The first thing I wanted was just collages, and then it just moved on. Kevin Westenberg, a friend of mine, offered to take the pictures. I thought, okay, straight away, yeah, fine. So we were just sort of hiding in Hampstead Heath, because, so that we wouldn't have to pay to be photographed there, because you have to get this, what's it called? You have to get a permit and stuff. So we were like diving into bushes and stuff. And I hand wrote everything, which I started to regret after a little while. The 7-inch was all signed, hand numbered, flowers in, closed-did wood, and we did what? 1,250 records like that, and I was just like, I just hated myself. It's like, oh, that's gonna be no problem, let's do it, yay! And then you just sit there going.
So in the end, I'll be what I will be. No loyal friend was ever there for me.
Lord of the Rings came about actually really strangely, because Colin and I befriended each other, and he works at Rough Trade. He's the manager of Liz Fraser, who sang in all the 3 movies. He had my record, and he gave it to the music director of Lord of the Rings, and he had sort of had it there with him for a year. And in a year's time, he contacted me, met up with me, and asked if I wanted to try out the song. And I was like, no, thanks, I'm busy. No, never. It doesn't happen. I was like, okay. I'd been a really good fan of the books when I was a kid. Gollum was my favorite character. I was able to sing in Abbey Road studio under, Howard Shore's orchestra. I would just be like, I was completely shitting myself. Pardon my language. I was like, oh, it was the best thing in the world. And I came in the studio, and they had a vocal trainer with a grand piano. I was just like, what are you doing here? It was all so grand and amazing, and I felt like Barbara Streisand, candles everywhere.
Tonight, so I put my best dress on, boy, I was so right. Our eyes connected, now nothing's how it used to be, don't second guess it.
We needed a little break from the record. You come to a point where you hit a little wall, and you go, oh, I just sort of can't do this anymore, just for a little bit. So the request for writing for Kylie came as in the midst of that. I spoke to Dan and asked him to be in on it with me. And so we went into the studio. We spent about half an hour on it, went to the pub, got really drunk, and we're like, they're never gonna use it. They're never gonna use it. And we got the phone call that they wanted us to produce it, and it's gonna be the first single. And we were like, oh my god, I think we celebrated for like 4 months. Everything we did was like an excuse for celebration.
Don't wanna rush it, let the rhythm pull you in, this is so touching.
We were just sort of like 2 hippies in the studio, going like, right, but we don't know how to do this. We're not very professional or anything like that. We sort of had the microphone here and just trying to make it comfy for her, sort of sitting and singing. And then we heard this interview with her where she was just like, they were mad. We forgot to raise the microphone in the end, so she was like sitting on her knees singing the song the whole time. We didn't notice. The Grammy nomination, that was really funny. I was knitting Christmas presents, and suddenly I get loads of text messages going, congratulations, and suddenly all these phone calls start, and I'm like, no, that's just gossip. No, that's not true. I'm telling everybody it isn't true. And didn't know what was happening. And it was fun to put your big toe into that world and then go back and go, right, I actually love where I am.
Dusky black windows to light the dark stair, candles on out in the musty air, all without flames for as many as the years.